don't think we'll get much argument if we say there have been some big changes over in Europe this year, whether it's Brexit and David Cameron in the UK stepping down after that, Matteo Renzi resigning in Italy, Francois Hollande stepping out there in France. So now the question is, Angela Merkel in Germany as we head into 2017. You have the refugee crisis posing big issues for her there. Former member of the UK Parliament John Browne joins us now. And boy, we're talking a year from now, John. Angela Merkel still running Germany. What do you think is going to happen to her?
Yes, well, I think she's caught at the moment, Donald, between the right under Hoffler and the right under Mr. Gabriel. And the right want, of course, a stop to all immigration, and they're trying to get detention camps, or transition camps they're called. And, of course, the left doesn't want to hear it. The right are already doing a deal. Germany is doing a deal with Turkey to hold back and even take back some of the immigrants in return for money.
Right.
And they're trying to do that with Nigeria, and the left is not supporting her. So she's sort of caught in a cleft stick at the moment, and the Germans are confused, disappointed, and fearful, and a lot of Germans are leaving Germany as a result. Now, coming to the election, the fact is it's a coalition that she heads, and she's much weaker than before, but there are no substantial alternative people available to take over who could forge a coalition. And so I think she will survive, although wounded and battered.
You're talking about one of the more recent stories, these migrants, 54,000 of them getting grants, money to return home. So that's basically paying these people to leave the country. And your point about the internal politics in Germany, we heard before Brexit, no way that this was going to pass, you know, that there was, and we heard before Donald Trump was elected, no way that he was going to win. There is something to this populist movement, and it's taken hold in Italy, to the earlier point that we made as well. So, I mean, even if she's the favorite to hold on because of the internal structure of the politics, there's always that chance, right, that somebody comes along or something unexpected happens. It's been kind of a time for that.
Yes, Gal, you're quite right. I mean, the populist movement in Europe, in England, or Britain rather, and in the United States is huge.
Yeah.
It's basically a citizens' revolution against leaders who heap on things like mass immigration, huge banking debts, massive government debts which can never be repaid, and say, we'll manage. Well, the people are saying, we will not manage. We want to change the government, and we want some sense brought back to the equation. We want proper umpired immigration and controlled immigration, and we want some control over our finances and borrowing. So what will Europe? And I think it's massive.
What will Europe overall look like? Even if Merkel hangs on, let's just say she does, whether she does or not, what will the European Union look like in a few years? Does it kind of survive intact, or is it just kind of slowly breaking up on us?
Well, I think it'll have to adapt or collapse. It'll have to adapt by introducing much more democracy, so it's truly democratic as opposed to appearing democratic, basically right. The Euro-Soviet. And so it'll have to increase its democracy. I think it'll have to return some very considerable powers back to the member countries, and it will have to abolish the Schengen plan. It's fine to have free movement of Europeans within Europe. Right. The problem is allowing mass immigration to have free movement within Europe.
As we found out the hard way on all of that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yes.
We have to run now for time. John Browne, it's always good to see you. Happy New Year to you.